Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. So we are taking this class after your vacations, winter vacations. So I think we were doing biotech. ठीक है हम लोग biotech कर रहे थे, but still I just want to know, like you people are doing revisions right now. ठीक है अभी revisions कर रहे होगे, pre board चल रहे होंगे. So I just want to know if there any particular topic, particular chapter that you want me to take. Or shall I continue with biotech, or there is any particular chapter or particular topic that you want me to take that is not very much clear to you? Please let me know if there is something like that. Biotech, all right, okay. So, if anybody of you remember that what was the last topic that we have done? Like, have we, so I am just asking you, just let me know, like, have we done isolation of DNA from organism? ठीक है, first वाला part हमने कर लिया था. I think isolation of DNA, we have done fragmentation of DNA. Have we done separation via gel electrophoresis? Have we done separation of DNA via gel electrophoresis? Have I explained you the gel electrophoresis? Yes, gel electrophoresis we have done. I think we were doing about the vectors. हम vectors के बारे में study कर रहे थे, if I'm not wrong. No, I think we were doing about the vectors. हम vectors के बारे में study कर रहे थे. That what all do we require inside a vector, right? So let me share. Yes, cloning vector. ठीक है. हम्म, एक minute. Just let me share the screen with you. Just give me a minute. चलो, to start with, we will, people can see the screen, right? आप लोग को स्क्रीन दिख रहा है? Can people see this? Yes, all right, ठीक है. All right, चलो. To start with, अभी हम last class में we were doing vectors. All right, got you. ठीक है. So biotech, basically we were doing biotech. ठीक है. लास्ट क्लास में वी वर डूइंग वेक्टर्स. ठीक है, हम लोग वेक्टर्स कर रहे थे. अब उसके अंदर आई वाज टेलिंग यू अबाउट व्हाट टाइप ऑफ वेक्टर दैट वी शुड सेलेक्ट. ठीक है, किस तरह का क्लोनिंग वेक्टर हमें सेलेक्ट करना चाहिए. आई थिंक वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन 2 to 3 पॉइंट्स. ठीक है, हम 2 to 3 पॉइंट्स ऑलरेडी देख चुके हैं. प्लीज लेट मी नो व्हाट शुड बी द प्रॉपर्टीज दैट शुड बी प्रेजेंट इनसाइड अ वेक्टर. एक वेक्टर में क्या क्या प्रॉपर्टीज प्रेजेंट होनी चाहिए, बताओ. What are all the properties that should be present inside a vector? I have already explained you, I guess, 2 or 3 properties. क्या क्या चीजें होनी चाहिए वेक्टर के अंदर. What do you see when you select a vector? फास्टर रेप्लीकेशन. ठीक है, मीन्स इट शुड शो यू मोर कॉपी नंबर्स, कि उसमें कॉपी नंबर ज्यादा हो, फास्टर रेप्लीकेशन हो. ठीक है, सो एक तो उसमें ओके. टू स्टार्ट विद, एक हमने देखा था दैट इट शुड हैव अ ORI साइट. व्हाट डू वी अंडरस्टैंड बाय ORI साइट एंड व्हाट इज इट्स इंपॉर्टेंस. ठीक है, ORI साइट क्या है और उसका इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है, बताओ. व्हाट डू वी अंडरस्टैंड बाय ORI साइट एंड व्हाट इज इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट. ORI साइट क्या होता है, व्हाट हैपेंस एट ORI साइट, एनीबॉडी, व्हाट हैपेंस एट ORI साइट. ORI साइट पे क्या होता है, इट इज अ साइट फ्रॉम वेयर योर DNA sequence में replication starts. Very good. ठीक है, so it is a site, it is a place in the DNA from where opening of DNA starts and the replication starts. ठीक है, point. What is it? Point, or you can say region on DNA वेयर रेप्लीकेशन स्टार्ट. ठीक है, जहां से आपका रेप्लीकेशन क्या होता है, स्टार्ट होता है. ठीक है, फ्रॉम वेयर रेप्लीकेशन स्टार्ट, जहां से रेप्लीकेशन स्टार्ट होगा, द पॉइंट वेयर रेप्लीकेशन स्टार्ट, दैट इज कॉल्ड ORI साइट. इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज ऑरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लीकेशन. ठीक है, इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज ऑरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लीकेशन. It is also called origin of replication. ठीक है, और ऐ साइट को we also call it origin of replication, right? So the place where your DNA starts opening, uncoiling start होता है and replication start होता है, that is called ORI site. So any vector that you are using, vector क्या है, vector is any DNA with which you will attach the required piece of DNA, जिसके साथ अपना with which you will attach the desired piece of DNA and then it will be transferred into the host, है ना, that is a vector. One type of vehicle, right? So that vector should have a point of or ORI site, like why we require ORI site, because we want the replication of our required piece of DNA, है ना. होता क्या है basically, suppose this is your required piece of DNA and you will attach it with a vector. ठीक है, suppose this is the vector. ठीक है, this is vector and this is your required DNA which you want to replicate, which you want to transfer into the host. Okay, now this complete will be transferred into a host. For example, you take any host, this is your host bacteria. Okay, now what you want to do, you want to transfer this complete thing into the host. Okay, you want to transfer this complete thing into the host. So actually vector is what? Vector is something that helps in transferring required piece of DNA into the host. ठीक है, वेक्टर क्या है? जो आपको required piece of DNA को host में transfer करने में मदद कराता है. ठीक है. Now we are seeing the features of that vector. हम उस vector के features देख रहे हैं that what all features should be present inside the vector. तो पहला उसके अंदर ORI site होना चाहिए. क्यों? Because if this vector has a ORI site, then only your required piece of DNA, this one, will be able to replicate inside the host. ठीक है, जब आप उसको host में डालोगे, then only it will be able to replicate. ठीक है, if any alien piece of DNA, that is your required DNA. ठीक है, if any alien piece of DNA, alien piece of DNA, sorry, alien piece of DNA should be attached, ठीक है, any alien piece of DNA should be attached to ORI site, it will replicate. ठीक है, it will replicate only when you attach it, only when you attach it with the ORI site, it will replicate in any host. ठीक है, it will replicate in any host, otherwise it won't replicate, right? अगर आप उसको host के साथ नहीं attach करोगे, if you'll not attach it with the host, it will not replicate. ठीक है, then it will not replicate. So that is why we require an ORI site, so that replication could take place inside the host cell. Is it clear? ORI site clear हुआ? एंड इट ओनली डिसाइड्स द कॉपी नंबर. ठीक है, ORI साइट ही आपका कॉपी नंबर भी डिसाइड करती है. व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय डिसाइडिंग द कॉपी नंबर? दैट मीन्स व्हाटएवर द नंबर ऑफ कॉपीज फॉर्म्ड ऑफ योर रिक्वायर्ड डीएनए. ठीक है, कितना नंबर ऑफ कॉपीज बनेगा रिक्वायर्ड डीएनए का, दैट इज डिसाइडेड बाय द ORI साइट. ठीक है, दिस कॉपी नंबर इज कंट्रोल्ड, दिस कॉपी नंबर इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय द ORI site. ठीक है, जो कॉपी नंबर है, this one is controlled by the ORI site. Means ORI site will decide how many copies will be formed. ठीक है, यही डिसाइड करेगा कि कितनी कॉपीज आपका बनेगा. ठीक है, so if you want high copy number, so that is controlled by the ORI site. So you need to see the ORI site because it will tell you whether you will have less copies, whether you will have more copies when you enter this piece of DNA into the host. ठीक है, so this is the first property, ORI site. ये समझ में आया? Have you understood this? ये समझ में आया? Is ORI site clear? बोलो. Yes, ठीक है. So this is the ORI site. ये होना चाहिए उसके अंदर. Second thing that we want is selectable marker. Have we done this? क्या हम ये features कर चुके थे? Or we have not done this? Please let me know. Have we done these ORI site selectable markers or not? No. All right. ठीक है. So next is your selective marker. The next thing that you want in a vector is a selectable markers. हमें दूसरा चीज क्या चाहिए? Selectable marker चाहिए. Now what is selectable marker? It is a part of DNA. ठीक है, inside the vector, it is that part of DNA that help you to identify. ठीक है, that help you to identify whether whether you have a transformant or you do not have a transformant. ठीक है, so what actually is transformant? ठीक है, देखो, we do not know whether our required DNA has been attached to vector or not. ठीक है, you cannot just see and tell whether they both have been attached or not. ठीक है, so you want to separate. ठीक है, you want to separate the transformants from non-transformants. What actually are transformants? Suppose this required DNA along with the vector, if it enter into the host, ठीक है, if it enter into the host, your host become transformant. ठीक है, your host become transformant. देखो, there are three conditions. ठीक है, there are three conditions. What happens? There could be three possibilities. What happens? You take a test tube. Inside it, first you will put your required DNA. ठीक है, in a test tube, first you will put your required DNA. This is your required DNA which you want to attach with host. ठीक है, this is your required DNA which you want to attach with host. Along with that, you add the vector. These are the vector. ठीक है, along with that you add the vectors. Now you mix it. ठीक है, you mix it. After that, what happens? You mix it, and then what happens? Some of the vectors It is possible that some of the vectors get attached to required piece of DNA, है ना? Some of the vectors could attach to required piece of DNA, but there is possibilities that some of the vector do not attach to required piece of DNA, है ना? कुछ तो attach कर जाएंगे, कुछ नहीं attach करेंगे. There could be possibilities, right? Now what happens? After that, you take bacteria, okay? You take the host. Host is what? Bacteria. You take host, which is a bacteria, and you add host into it. These are host bacteria. Okay. Now what will happen? After that, what will happen? See. Now you will have three possibilities. Okay. You will have three possibilities. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You will have three possibilities. What could be the possibility? The first possibility is none of them has entered into the host. Okay. First possibility is none of them is entered into the host. इनमें से neither your vector DNA, neither your required DNA, none of them has entered into the host. Then you call it non-transformant. Okay. Then we call it non-transformant. Here your host is non-transformant. The other possibility could be, what is the other possibility? The other possibility is that only vector added. Only vector has added. Okay. Only vector. If only vector has added, then what do you say? That it is, what do we call it? If only vector is added, you call it non-recombinant transformant. You call it non-recombinant transformant. Okay. You call it non-recombinant transformant. Okay. So first one is non-transformant, nothing has entered into it. If only vector has entered into it, you call it non-recombinant transformant. And the third possibility could be that vector attached with required piece of DNA has entered into it. Okay. Other possibility is vector along with attached piece of DNA has entered, and you call it recombinant transformant. You call it recombinant transformant. Okay. You call it recombinant transformant. Okay. So these are the three processes. Okay. Which condition do you want? Condition 1, 2, or 3? Which one do you want? What is your objective? Which one do you want? Which one is our objective? Number 3. Okay. We want to create a recombinant transformant, right? We want to create a recombinant transformant. But the question is, how do you select? Okay. See, you have added everything into a test tube. Okay. आपने सब कुछ एक test tube में add कर दिया. Now, how do you select which of them are transformants and which of them are non-transformant? Are you getting my question? Are you getting my question? That what we need to do? We need to select that which one are transformants and which one are non-transformants. So how do you do that? How do you select transformants and non-transformants? So this is done using selectable markers. Okay, this is done. Yeah, this is done using selectable markers. So actually what happens, your vector, okay, vector should have the sequence of DNA. Okay, it is that sequence of DNA. Okay, it is that sequence of DNA. Selectable marker क्या है? It is that sequence of DNA on vector. Okay, it is that sequence of DNA on vector that helps in selecting transformants. Okay, it helps you in selecting. Okay, it helps you in selecting transformants. Wait. Selecting transformants from non-transformants. Okay, it helps you in selecting transformants from non-transformants. Is it clear to everybody? Batao. Is this thing clear? Is this thing clear to everybody? Have we understood that what is the use of selectable markers? Have we understood that what is the use of selectable markers? Have we understood the role of selectable markers? Yes. Okay. Others? What about others? I want answer from everybody. Have we understood the role of selectable markers? Other than Savina, okay. Others? Yes. Okay. ठीक है. So this is why you use select you want selectable markers onto your vector so that you can select which of the host is transformant and which one is non-transformant, because we require transformants host, right? Now what act as a selectable marker, what is present inside your vector? ठीक है, आपके vector में ऐसा क्या होगा that act as selectable markers? So you have antibiotic resistance gene, antibiotic resistance gene. There are some antibiotic resistance gene. ठीक है, for example ampicillin resistance, ampicillin resistance. There are some vectors that show resistance to ampicillin. ठीक है, there is tetracycline resistance. All of these are antibiotics. ठीक है, all of these are antibiotics. So these antibiotic resistance, these are the properties of resistance, they could be used as a selectable marker. ठीक है, so ये जो resistance वाला property है, this could be used as a selectable marker. How? This we will study later. ठीक है, ये कैसे use होता है selectable markers, this we will study, right? So this is the second point, this is selectable marker, right? And after this, the third thing that we require is, the third thing that we require is the cloning site. ठीक है, the cloning site, or we can also call it restriction site. ठीक है, the third thing that we require is, I'm moving to the next page, I hope you have written. Okay, now the third thing that we want is, the third property is your cloning site, or you can call it restriction site. ठीक है, third property is cloning site. Which is also called restriction site. Third property is cloning site, which is also called restriction site. Now, why do we need cloning site or restriction site? What is the purpose of cloning site? बताओ, what is a restriction or cloning site? Anybody? What is the use of restriction or cloning site? So basically it is a site. ठीक है, क्या है recognition site? What is the use? Site where restriction endonuclease, it is a site where restriction endonucleases, ठीक है, जहां पे आपके restriction endonucleases they make a cut. ठीक है, restriction endonucleases make a cut, where restriction endonucleases make a cut, and your required piece of DNA, ठीक है, and piece of DNA attaches. ठीक है, so it is a site attaches. So it is a site on vector where your foreign DNA is inserted. Yes, cloning site. ठीक है, where your foreign DNA is inserted. So basically, suppose this is the vector. ठीक है, this is the vector which could be a plasmid. ठीक है, and this is a site where the restriction enzyme will make a cut. ठीक है, suppose here the restriction enzyme has make a cut, and now this is the place where your foreign DNA will attach. This is the place where your foreign DNA will attach. ठीक है, तो यहीं पे आपका क्या होगा, foreign DNA attach कर जाएगा. So this basically cloning site where your foreign DNA has attached. Foreign DNA attached. And here restriction endonucleases has made a cut. Restriction endonuclease will make a cut. What is the function of endonucleases? To make a cut, right? So here the restriction endonuclease will make a cut so that your foreign DNA could come and attach here. So that is why this site is called cloning site, restriction site. And preferably, how many restriction sites do we want? We want only one restriction site. Okay, so we want there should be only one restriction site. Okay, there should be only one restriction site. There should be only one restriction site. Okay, or what happens if there are more than one restriction site? Why we want only one restriction site? What will happen if there are more than one restriction sites? what will happen if there is more than one restriction site? Yes, so there will be more site, and so you will get more fragments. Okay, you will get more fragments of DNA. Abhi you will get on, there is only one place where restriction endonuclease could made a cut. If there will be multiple restriction sites, so we will get fragments of DNA. Okay, so many fragments are formed. It will be cut into many fragments. Okay, many fragments are formed. If there are more than one restriction site, so many fragments will be formed, which is not good. Also, we want that restriction site. Second thing that we want is restriction site should be present. Okay, restriction site should be present. Should be present in selectable marker. ठीक है, the place where selectable markers are present. ठीक है, the place where selectable markers are present, your restriction site should be there. Why? What is then that I'll explain you. ठीक है, so what do we want? We want that there should be only one restriction site for one particular endonucleases, and the second thing is these restriction sites should be inside the selectable markers. Means wherever the selectable marker is present, these restriction sites should be present there. बताओ समझ में आया? Have we understood the cloning site? Have we understood the cloning site? Others? What about others? Yes, ठीक है. So these are some features that we want in our vector, in our cloning vector. ठीक है. These are some features that we want in our cloning vector. Now vectors could be anything. ठीक है. As vector, you can use number of things. For example, you can use plasmid, which is extra chromosomal circular DNA. ठीक है. You can use plasmid. You can use bacteriophage, which is a virus. As a vector, I am telling you what you can use as a vector. ठीक है. You can use plasmid. You can use virus, bacteriophage. ठीक है, and then there is BAC and YAC. What is BAC YAC? It is bacterial artificial chromosome, yeast artificial chromosome. ठीक है, they are used to transfer large piece of DNA. ठीक है, used to transfer, because these are artificial, used to transfer large piece of DNA, large piece of DNA. ठीक है, this is used to transfer large piece of DNA, BAC and YAC. ठीक है, you can use plasmid, bacteriophage, these things. ठीक है, plasmid क्या है? This is extra chromosomal circular DNA which is present in prokaryotes. You must have studied about plasmid. Plasmids के बारे में पढ़ा होगा. Extra chromosome circular DNA होता है in prokaryotes. It gives extra phenotypic characters to the bacteria. ठीक है, क्या देता है? Phenotypic characters देता है. And what is special about plasmid? They can replicate autonomously. ठीक है, खुद से replicate कर सकते हैं. They are not dependent upon genomic DNA. They can replicate autonomously. ठीक है, दे आर इंडिपेंडेंट, दे डू नॉट डिपेंड अपॉन द जेनेटिक मटेरियल. वो सेल के जेनेटिक मटेरियल पे डिपेंड नहीं करता. दे कैन रेप्लिकेट बाय देयर ओन. ओके, सो दीज आर प्लास्मिड्स. ठीक है, सो नाउ वी नीड टू स्टडी अबाउट वन प्लास्मिड विच इज गिवन इन योर एनसीईआरटी. ठीक है, वी नीड टू स्टडी अबाउट वन प्लास्मिड दैट इज गिवन इन एनसीईआरटी. बिफोर दैट यू शुड रिमेंबर सम नेम्स. फॉर एग्जांपल, देयर इज टीआई प्लास्मिड. TI plasmid, this is used to transfer gene in plants. ठीक है, use to transfer. ठीक है, this plasmid we use to transfer gene in plants. ठीक है, this we use to transferring the gene in plants. And then you have PBR 322. ठीक है, और PUC 18, very famous PUC 18. These two are used to transfer gene in bacteria. ठीक है, these are used to transfer gene in bacteria. Like ये plant में transfer करने के लिए होता है. These are used to transfer gene in plant. ठीक है, sorry, bacteria. So these 2 or 3 names are very important that you should remember. ठीक है, now we will study about PBR 322. Its diagram is also given in your NCERT. ठीक है, now we'll study about PBR 22. बताओ, यहाँ तक समझ में आया? Have you understood till here? यहाँ तक क्लियर है? बोलो, have you understood till here? Is it clear? अभी हमने प्रॉपर्टीज पढ़ी हैं. What all properties do we require in a vector? Is it all clear? Shall we move forward? Shall we understand what is PBR 322 plasmid, which is given in your NCERT? यहाँ तक बोलो. यहाँ तक किसी को डाउट है? Let me know. If you have any doubts still here, let me know. Everybody, do you have any doubts still here? No doubt. Others? Others, what about others? Are we clear till here? What is cloning site? What is ORI site? What are selectable markers? ये सबको clear है? No doubt. Yes, clear. ठीक है. चलो, have you noted it down? Have you people noted it? Have you people noted it? बताओ, note कर लिया है? Shall I move forward? Or if you want to write something? Noted. All right. Chalo, moving forward. Now we will study about the plasmid PBR 322. Okay. Now we will study about the plasmid PBR 322. See, what is it? PBR 322. First of all, this is artificially created. This is artificially created. Okay. And it is formed by Bolivar. ठीक है, Bolivar ने बनाया था. BR means BR is the name of scientist. BR is called the name of scientist, which is Bolivar Rodriguez. ठीक है, Bolivar Rodriguez. ठीक है, artificially created था and it has a size up to 4.3 kbs around. ठीक है, 4.3 kbs होता है. So now we will use this plasmid. ठीक है, we will use this plasmid and we will see whether all of the things that we have discussed, is present in this plasmid or not. ठीक है, this plasmid is also given in your NCERT. This is very important. Whatever is present, कहाँ पे क्या है, what is the site. ठीक है, so let's make this. All right, ठीक है. So here you have a plasmid, circular extrachromosomal DNA. ठीक है, this is PBR 322. This is PBR 322. ठीक है. Now see, सबसे पहले you have a ORI site here. Origin of replication, this is the ORI site. ठीक है, and then you have two antibiotic resistance gene. As I have told you, the selectable markers could be the antibiotic resistance gene. So here we are two antibiotic resistance gene. ठीक है, हमारे पास दो antibiotic resistant gene है. The first one is ampicillin. ठीक है, the first one is ampicillin resistance and the second one is tetracycline resistance. First one is ampicillin resistance and the second one is your tetracycline resistance. So here we have tetracycline resistance. This is tetracycline resistance. So there are two resistance gene, ampicillin resistance, tetracycline resistance. So these are the selectable markers also. Okay. Now here we have restriction sites also. We have so many restriction sites. So now I'm labeling the restriction site that we have. Inside the ampicillin resistance, you have two restriction sites. Okay. Ampicillin resistance के अंदर we have two restriction sites. One is PVU1. Second is PST1. Restriction site is the place where your restriction endonucleases can come and make a cut. ठीक है, restriction sites क्या हैं? These are the places where the nucleases, the enzymes, they can come and make a cut. ठीक है, so inside ampicillin resistance, you have two restriction sites, PVU first and PST1. In the tetracycline also, you have two restriction sites, SAL1 and then BAM1. SAL1 and then you have BAM1. ठीक है, other than this, you have three more restriction sites here. This is for E. coli 1. Then you have for CLAV1 and then you have HIND 3. These are all restriction sites, but you should remember that which restriction site is present in ampicillin and which restriction site is present in tetracycline, because we have discussed that we prefer those restriction sites that are present in selectable markers. So the restriction sites which are present inside the selectable markers are PVU1, PST1 present in ampicillin resistance and BAM1, SAL1 presence in tetracycline resistance. ठीक है, ये हुआ. इसके अलावा you have one more site. ठीक है, here there is one more site which is called ROP. ठीक है, inside this there is one restriction site and that is PVU2. That restriction site is PVU2. ठीक है, ROP क्या है? What is ROP? These are the codes for proteins that help in plasmid replication. ठीक है, ROP क्या करता है? ROP code for proteins यहाँ लिख देते हैं हम. ROP code for proteins that help in plasmid replication. ठीक है, that help in plasmid. So you have seen we have all the three things that is required inside a vector. So this can be used as a cloning vector. ठीक है, so PBR32 has all the required things which is required inside a vector. ठीक है, इसके अलावा we have PERC18 also. Now if I ask you how many cloning sites are there? How many cloning sites are there? Anybody? How many cloning sites are there in PBR3? Anybody? How many cloning sites are there? 8. Very good. ठीक है, there are 8 cloning sites. PVU1, PST1, E. coli1, CLAV1, HIN3, BAM1, SAL1, PVU2. ठीक है, so 8 cloning sites. Just wait for a minute. Yes, 8 restriction sites or 8 cloning sites you can say. ठीक है, and after that, how many cloning sites are present inside the selectable markers? How many cloning sites are there that is present in selectable markers? How many cloning sites that are present in selectable markers? How many cloning sites are there that are present in selectable markers? Tell me. How many cloning sites are there that is present inside the selectable markers? Batao. From these 8 cloning sites, how many of them are present inside the selectable markers? Two or four? How many cloning sites are present inside the selectable markers? How come two? We have 4 restriction sites that are present in selectable markers. See, 2 of them are present in ampicillin resistance. Okay, 2 of them are present in ampicillin resistance and 2 of them are present in tetracycline resistance. So there are 4 restriction sites that are present inside the selectable markers. Are we clear with this? All right, are we clear with this? ठीक है, all right, chalo. Now we need to see the selections of recombinant. ठीक है, now let us see how do you select the recombinant. जैसे अभी हमने पढ़ा था ना that there are some selectable markers. The selectable markers are used. ठीक है, the selectable markers are used for the selection of recombinants. So next thing that we need to do is let us see how do we do the selection of recombinants. How do we do the selection of recombinants? that how do you decide from a colony of bacteria, how do you decide that which ones are transformants and which are the your non-transformants? Okay, how do you decide that which one of them are the transformants and which one from them are non-transformant? Okay, so for the selection of recombinants we want selectable markers. Okay, we want selectable markers, and for us the selectable markers is antibiotic resistance gene. ठीक है, selectable markers is antibiotic resistant gene. ठीक है, for us the selectable markers is antibiotic resistance gene. ठीक है, so how many antibiotic resistant gene we have in PBR 322? We have 2 antibiotic resistant gene. One is ampicillin resistance, correct, and the other one is tetracycline resistance. There are 2 in PBR 322. So PBR 322 के अंदर we have two restriction two selectable markers और two antibiotic resistant gene. एक ampicillin है, एक tetracycline है. Now how do you use them? How do you use these antibiotic resistant gene to select your transformants and non-transformants? ठीक है, अब हम देखते हैं कि होगा क्या. See, basically what happens, there is a process which is called insertional inactivation. ठीक है, there is something which is called insertional inactivation. Insertional inactivation, this is very important. Now what is insertional inactivation? ठीक है, what is insertional inactivation? If foreign piece of DNA, if foreign piece of DNA is added in any of the, okay, if your foreign piece of DNA which you want to attach with the vector, हमें क्या करना है, we need to attach our foreign piece of DNA with the vector. ठीक है, of the antibiotic resistance gene, in any of the antibiotic resistance gene, that gene got inactivated, ठीक है, then that gene will get inactivated. For example, this is your plasmid and this is tetracycline resistance. ठीक है, example, your foreign piece of DNA which you want to attach into this vector, this foreign piece of DNA is added into this place. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आपने इसको ऐड किया है in foreign piece of DNA in the region of tetracycline resistance. Now what will happen, your tetracycline resistance will become inactivated. ठीक है, your tetracycline resistance will become inactivated. That means now this bacteria, ठीक है, this that means now the bacteria with this vector will not show tetracycline resistance. Why? Because this gene has become inactivated. So wherever you insert your foreign piece of DNA, आप जहां पे भी foreign piece of DNA insert करोगे, वो वाला जो gene होगा, that gene will get inactivated. For example, here tetracycline resistance, it will get inactivated. This process is called insertional inactivation. Have you understood this? Insertional inactivation समझ में आया? Because this is the principle that helps you in selecting the transformants and non-transformants. Have we understood insertional inactivation? Bolo, have you understood that what is insertional inactivation? That wherever you will insert your, ठीक है, wherever you will insert the foreign piece of DNA, either in ampicillin resistance or in tetracycline resistance, that particular gene will get inactivated. ठीक है, वो वाला gene आपका क्या हो जाएगा, inactivate हो जाएगा. Now see what happen, you take a test tube, ठीक है, you take a test tube. Inside the test tube, what all things that you will add, ठीक है, inside the test tube, what all things that you will add your vector which is PBR 322. ठीक है, you will add the vector which is PBR 322. With a vector you want to attach the foreign piece of DNA. आपने foreign piece of DNA add किया, foreign DNA, you have added foreign DNA, this is your foreign DNA, vector हो गया, foreign DNA हो गया, and then what you will add, you will add some restriction enzyme, ठीक है, because you want to make a cut also, so you will add some restriction enzyme. Now which restriction enzyme you will add? See, which restriction enzyme we will add? See, there are 4 restriction enzyme that is present inside the selectable markers. So if you want to inactivate tetrasilin resistance, okay, if you want to inactivate tetrasilin resistance, so either you add BAM1 or you add SAL1, okay. If you want to inactivate tetrasilin resistance, so either you add BAM1 or you add SAL1. बट इफ यू वांट टू इनएक्टिवेट एम्पिसिलिन रेजिस्टेंस, ठीक है, अगर आपको एम्पिसिलिन रेजिस्टेंस इनएक्टिवेट करना है, यू कैन ऐड PVU1 और PST1. हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस? ये समझ में आया व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू? Have you understood what I am trying to tell you? If you want to inactivate tetrasilin resistance, you either add BAM1 or SAL1 because these are the restriction sites which are present in tetrasilin resistance. Okay. If you want to inactivate ampicillin resistance, you add either PVU1 or you add either PST1. Okay, these are the restriction sites. So you add restriction enzyme related to these restriction site. Okay, suppose I add BAM1. Okay, suppose I add BAM1, so that BAM1 will come and make a cut here. Okay, that BAM1 will come and make a cut here. Now, because the cut has been made here, so my foreign piece of DNA will come and it will get attached here only. Okay, if you add BAM1, what happens? If you add BAM1, that BAM1 will make a cut here, okay, because the site is here. That BAM1 will make a cut here, and here only the foreign piece of DNA will come and attach, which make tetrasilin resistance inactivated. Okay, that makes the tetrasilin resistance inactivated. क्या ये process समझ में आया? Have we understood what is insertional inactivation and how do we do that? Yes, others, everybody. Have you understood this? What is happening here? Okay, tell me, what happens if you add PST1? What happens if you add PST1? Which gene will get inactivated? Ampicillin or tetrasilin? If you add PST1, which gene will get inactivated? Ampicillin or tetrasilin? Others also? Savina, okay. Others? Ampicillin, very good. Okay, if you add PST1 ampicillin, we get inactivated. Suppose I will add BAM1. I hope you people have understood this now. Now we will add BAM1. Okay, so here we are adding BAM1. Now you want to join two pieces of DNA also, ठीक है, you want to join them also, है ना, हमें foreign piece of DNA को join करना है vector से. To join you want DNA ligase, ठीक है, this is an enzyme which is used to join two piece of DNA, ठीक है, because you want to join them also, so it is used to join two piece of DNA. So these four things you into the test tube. Now see what happens, ठीक है, you have added into the test tubes. Now see what happens. There is possibility, there are two possibilities. What are those? First possibility is this. This is your PBR 322, and in this PBR 322, foreign DNA is not added. There could be two possibilities. Foreign DNA is not added. Okay. What is the second possibility? This is your PBR 322, and inside it, the foreign piece of DNA is added. Foreign DNA is added. There could be two possibilities, right? Have you understood this? That there could be two possibilities? Yes or no? There could be two possibilities. Yes or no? There could be, it could be possible that foreign piece of DNA is not added to the vector, and there could be possibility that foreign piece of DNA is added to the vector. Now see what happens in both the cases. Okay, tell me in first or second, out of which of them will have tetrasilin resistance inactivated? From these two, which of them will have tetrasilin resistance inactivated? First one or second one? Correct. Okay, here tetrasilin got inactivated. This is what we call insertional inactivation. ठीक है, it got inactivated. Tetrasilin resistance got inactivated. समझ आया? यहाँ तक क्लियर है? Are we clear till here? बताओ, are we clear? यहाँ तक समझ में आ रहा है? Do we have any doubts still here, or is it clear? बताओ, क्लियर है कि नहीं? Shall we move forward? Do we have any doubts still here? यहाँ तो कोई डाउट है तो let me know. If you have any doubts still here, let me know. Repeat. Okay. See what happens in the test tube. You have added four things. One is foreign piece of DNA. Okay. The other thing is vector. Vector is PBR. PRB nahi, PBR. The vector is PBR 322. And other than these two, you have added one restriction enzyme, which is BAM1. Okay. Restriction enzyme BAM1, which is present at tetrasilin resistance site. Okay. We have seen in PBR 322 that BAM1 restriction site is present in tetrasilin resistance. And the fourth thing is DNA ligase, which help to join these two pieces of DNA, है ना? इन दोनों को join करना है. So to join them, we require DNA ligase. Now see what happens. There could be two possibilities. One possibility is that in that vector, the foreign piece of DNA is not added, है ना? In the vector, foreign piece of DNA is not added. Second possibility is the foreign piece of DNA is added into it. Okay, so you got two possibilities. In first one, there is nothing that happens, right? Because foreign piece of DNA is not added. But what happens in second one? Because foreign piece of DNA is added and it has been added at the site of tetrasilin resistance, correct? It has been added at the site of tetrasilin resistance. That is why tetrasilin resistance is got inactivated. Okay, that is why tetrasilin resistance got inactivated. समझ आया? बोलो, समझ में आया? Please let me know whether it is clear. Everybody, am I clear? Shall I move forward? ठीक है, चलो, okay. All right, all right. Moving forward, okay. So now you have made two types of vectors, one with the foreign DNA, the other without the foreign DNA. But one thing which we want to see here is both of the types are present in the same test tube. Okay, whether it is type 1, whether it is type 2, both of them is present in the same test tube, in this test tube. Yes or no? Both of them are present in the same test tube, correct? Yes or no? Yes, right. Now see what happens. You have made the recombinant DNA. Okay. You have made the recombinant DNA. Now you want to transfer this recombinant DNA into the host. Okay. Now you want to transfer, which one is recombinant DNA? First one or second one? Out of them, which one is recombinant DNA? First one or second one? Second one. Okay. So what we want to do, we want to transfer this recombinant DNA. Okay. We want to transfer the recombinant DNA. This is recombinant DNA into host. We want to transfer the recombinant DNA into host. Now what you will do, first you will take the host. Host could be any bacteria. Suppose you have taken E. coli. E. coli is the host. And you will put the matter of this test tube over it. Okay. You put the matter of this test tube over it. ठीक है, आपने इसको place किया. You have placed the E. coli. You have made the plating of E. coli, and you put the content of the test tube into it. Now see what happens. New whiteboard. Now see what happens. What are the possibilities? Now there are three possibilities. Inside that beaker, there are three possibilities. The beaker that you have, there are three possibilities. What are those possibilities? First one, that your E. coli is non-transformant. Means neither non-transformant और नो रिकॉम्बिनेंट डीएनए हैज एंटर्ड. ना ही प्लास्मिड एंटर किया है, ना ही रिकॉम्बिनेंट डीएनए एंटर किया है. ठीक है. इट हैज इट्स ओन जेनेटिक मटेरियल. इट्स इज ओन जेनेटिक मटेरियल, है ना? इट हैज इट्स ओन जेनेटिक मटेरियल. इनका अपना भी तो होगा. दे हैव देयर ओन जेनेटिक मटेरियल. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट पॉसिबिलिटी इज नीदर ऑफ द टू हैव एंटर्ड. ठीक है. नीदर ऑफ द टू हैव एंटर्ड. It has its own genetic material, so it is non-transformant host. Is it clear? The first possibility is clear or not? Non-transformant. Are we clear with the first possibility? Batao. Clear. Others? Are we clear with the first possibility? Yes, ठीक है, चलो. Now moving forward, what is the second possibility? The second possibility could be this is your host, it is its genomic DNA, and inside it, what was the color? We have taken green color, green and pink, and inside it only the plasmid has entered. ठीक है, inside it only the plasmid has entered, only has entered. ठीक है, what is the possibility? That only plasmid has entered. ठीक है, if only plasmid has entered, then you see what you will call it. You call it what? You call it non-recombinant transformant. Non-recombinant transformant. ठीक है, only plasmid has entered, then it is non-recombinant transformant. Now you see the third thing. It says own genetic material. What could be the third possibility? Anybody? What could be the third possibility? If anybody could tell, what could be the third possibility? Plasmid along with required piece of DNA. Plasmid along with required piece of DNA has entered. That means it is recombinant transformant. ठीक है, that means it is recombinant transformant. So these are the three possibilities. The first, that it is non-transformant, that means neither of the plasmid nor the recombinant DNA has entered. Second is only the plasmid has entered, that is why it is non-recombinant transformant. And the third is the plasmid along with the the plasmid along with the foreign piece of DNA, that means recombinant DNA, has entered. These could be the three possibilities. Yes or no, everybody? These could be the three possibilities. And one more thing, all of these first possibility, second, third, they all of them are present in the same beaker. Yes or no? All of them are present in the same beaker, correct? Three of them is present in the same beaker, right? So do we require all of them three? हमको ये तीनों चाहिए in biotech? Do we require all of these three? No. What do we need out of them? What do we need? Recombinant, the third one. ठीक है, we want only this third one. So now you need to select transformant from non-transformant. ठीक है, now we need to select transformant from non-transformant. Now you need to do the selection of transformant. Now you need to do the selection of transformant. आपको selection करना है transformant का. How will you do that? You will do the plating of bacteria. ठीक है, now what you will do the plating of bacteria. ठीक है, what you will do the plating of bacteria. Now how will you do the plating of bacteria? See, first of all, the first plating that you will do in ampicillin medium. ठीक है, here you will use ampicillin medium. Ampicillin is used. ठीक है, here you will use ampicillin medium. ठीक, now what will happen in ampicillin medium? See, what happens. You have two resistance. ठीक है, one is ampicillin resistance and the other is tetracycline resistance. ठीक है, आपके पास दो resistance था, एक ampicillin resistance था, एक tetracycline resistance था. Now what will happen if you use the ampicillin resistance? Only transformants will grow. Tell me why only transformants will grow. You tell me why. That means the second one and the third one. What is the reason? In this case, only transformants will grow. The second one, ये वाला और ये वाला. Why? What is the reason? if you use ampicillin for the growth of bacteria, ठीक है, plating of bacteria in ampicillin resistance. If you have used in ampicillin, ठीक है, so that means in this plate you have put it the chemical ampicillin, ठीक है, you have put the antibiotic ampicillin, यहाँ पे आपने ampicillin डाल दिया. If you put ampicillin here, only two types of bacteria could grow, the second one and the third one. Why? What is the reason why first one is not able to grow? Ampicillin is active. In second or third, ampicillin is not active. Why first one is dead? Reason why first one is dead? Why first one is dead? See, only those bacteria can grow. Bacteria can grow. There is no insertion of ampicillin, right? There only those bacteria can grow that have ampicillin resistance. That have ampicillin resistance, ठीक है. See, you have put the chemical ampicillin here. आपने यहाँ पे ampicillin डाला. So only those bacteria can survive. Those have ampicillin resistance, ठीक है. Only those bacteria can survive that have ampicillin resistance. If you see the first case, here there is no plasmid, है ना. Here there is no plasmid. So if there is no plasmid, there will be no ampicillin resistance, because ampicillin resistance is present in the plasmid PBr 322. Here there is no plasmid, that means no ampicillin resistance. In second one, there is plasmid, that means there will be ampicillin resistance. In third one, there is plasmid, that means there will be ampicillin resistance, है ना. दोनों में ampicillin resistance होगा, but in first one there is no ampicillin resistance, so only these transformants will grow and not the non-transformant. क्या ये समझ में आया? Have you understood this? The first one, everybody, have you understood this? Do you have any doubts in this? Let me know. Do you have any doubts in this? Bolo, do you have any doubts in this? This is important. Have you understood this? Yes, ठीक है. Have you understood that why first one is dead and the other twos are surviving? Because they have ampicillin resistance, but the first one do not have ampicillin resistance. Now see what happens. Now you have two transformants. One is non-recombinant transformant and the other is recombinant transformant. Now you need to separate these also, ठीक है. Now you need to separate these two also. You will do second plating. This is first plating, you will do second plating, ठीक है. Now there will be second plating. In that you will add tetracycline, ठीक है. In that you will add tetracycline. Here you have added tetracycline antibiotic, ठीक है. You have added tetracycline antibiotic. Now here only those can survive that have tetracycline resistance, ठीक है. Those can survive that have tetracycline resistance, है ना, which can resist tetracycline, that have tetracycline resistance. Now you have these two, second and third, ठीक है. These are left, second and third. You put them in this plate, ठीक है. The second and third you put them in this plate. Now you tell me which one be able to survive and which one will be dead. From second and third, if you put them in tetracycline resistance, which one will survive and which one is dead? Which one will survive? Which one will survive here? Second, ठीक है. So here the second one will survive. Why? Because they have tetracycline resistance, ठीक है. The second one will survive because they have tetracycline resistance. The third one will be dead, right? The third one will be dead. जो third था, that will be dead. Why? Because they not have no tetracycline resistance. Why they do not have tetracycline resistance? Because it got inactivated, ठीक है. In them the tetracycline resistance was inactivated, so third one will be dead. So now you have only the non-recombinant transformant, so hence you are able to separate all of them, ठीक है. That's how you can separate all of them. तो आपने तीनों को separate कर दिया. You are able to separate all of them. So that is how selectable markers like ampicillin resistance, tetracycline resistance helps you to select transformants and non-transformants. Have we understood this? बताओ ये समझ में आया? देखो इस एक बार इसको इसमें कुछ डाउट है तो लेट मी नो. दिस इज important. Now see here we have inactivated tetracycline, so that is why we got these answers. So questions could come that you have inactivated ampicillin. ठीक है? If you will inactivate ampicillin, so the answers will be different. So it depends what you are inactivating. ठीक है? What medium you are using. You need to understand the concept only, right? You just understand the concept. If you have any doubts in the concept that what is happening, ठीक है, so let me know. If you have any doubts in the concept that what is happening, why they are surviving, why the others are being dead, ठीक है, if you have any doubts like this, then let me know. Otherwise, if it is clear, then also write in the chat box. बताओ क्लियर हुआ कि नहीं? First you have used ampicillin antibiotic, ठीक है, in first plating you have put ampicillin, so only those will survive which have ampicillin resistance, ठीक है, others will be dead because they do not have ampicillin resistance, so only those will survive which have ampicillin resistance. So the second one they have ampicillin resistance, third one they have ampicillin resistance due to plasmid, but first one in that there is no plasmid, so there is no ampicillin resistance, so they will be dead, only second and third will left, right? Now you use the second and third bacteria and you put them in the plate which have tetracycline antibiotic, ठीक है, here you have used tetracycline antibiotic, so only those will survive that have tetracycline resistance. Now who will have tetracycline resistance? Only second one will have tetracycline resistance. Why not third? Because in third you have inactivated the tetracycline resistance by adding the foreign DNA into it, so that is why they will also be dead, है ना? So you have like you have separated all of them, you have separated the first one, second one and the third one. बताओ समझ में आया? Everybody, is it clear? Shall we move forward? बताओ समझ में आया कि नहीं? Please write in the chat box whether it is clear or not. Others? What about others? Have you understood? Shall I move forward? Is it clear? Have you noted down everything? Make sure nothing is left. Yes, all right. Okay. So this is one type that how you can select transformants from non-transformant, but we do not use this method now. Okay, we do not use this method so much. Why we do not use this? Because it is a hectic process. Okay, here you want to do the plating twice. Okay, we do not use this method anymore. Now we have different methods for the selection. Why we do not use it? It is a difficult process. It is a difficult process. Plating is done twice, दो बार plating करना पड़ता है, which is very difficult. Plating is done twice, ठीक है, and also whatever is required, whatever bacteria was required, it is dead, right? है ना, the required organism is dead. You see here the recombinant transformants will be dead because they do not have tetracycline resistance, so required organisms are dead. This is also a difficulty. So due to these reasons, we use another method for the selection of transformants. The other method that we use is based, so we have another method. This another method that you use is based on the what you see, the color production. ठीक है, you will see different color production. ठीक है, इसे बोलते हैं chromogenic substrate. For this you use chromogenic substrate. Now what is chromogenic substrate? Chromogenic substrate is any structure, is any compound, ठीक है, that produce color when they are converted in any product. ठीक है, these are the compound that produces color that produces color when they are converted to product. ठीक है, whenever they are converted to any of the product, they will produce color. For example, X-gel is X-galactoside. It is a chromogenic substrate. What happens if X-gel converts into its product, whatever be the product is, it gives you blue color. So whenever you see that there is blue color, that means it has been changed into product. And for the conversion into product, it requires an enzyme which is beta galactosidase. Okay, it requires an enzyme beta galactosidase. Now we can use this for the selection purpose. Okay, we can use this for the selection purpose. Have you understood what is chromogenic substrate? Okay, otherwise they are colorless. If they are not converted, they are colorless, but if they are converted into product, they give you some colors. ये समझ में आया that what is chromogenic substrate? बताओ. Have you understood that what is chromogenic substrate? बोलो, have you understood what is chromogenic substrate? ठीक है, these are some compounds which are usually colorless, but they give you color when they are converted into product. How do you use that for the products, for the selection of recombinants and non-recombinants? See what happens. ठीक है, देखो क्या होता है. There is one more plasmid. ठीक है, there is one more plasmid which is PUC18. ठीक है, which is PUC18. In that plasmid there is a region. ठीक है, there is a region that have LAGZ gene. ठीक है, suppose there is a region, यहाँ पे आपका एक होता है LAGZ gene. ठीक है, there is LAGZ gene. ठीक है, there is a region which has LAGZ gene, and in that region you have one restriction site. ठीक है, this is used as selectable marker. Suppose this region has LAGZ gene, and here you have a restriction site for E. coli 1. ठीक है, here you have a restriction site for E. coli 1, right? Now see what happens. We know LAGZ gene produces beta galactosidase, है ना? We know that LAGZ gene produces beta galactosidase. You must have done this in lac operon. होता है कि नहीं? Do we know that LAGZ gene produces beta galactosidase? And why do we need beta galactosidase? Because beta galactosidase will convert the X-gal into product, है ना? Beta galactosidase will convert X-gal into product. समझ में आया इतना? ठीक है, so you have one plasmid PUC18 which has a gene LAGZ gene, but in the same area you have a restriction site E. coli 1. ठीक है, now see what happens. You take a test tube. In that test tube you add PUC18. ठीक है, this plasmid PUC18, and with that you add E. coli 1. E. coli 1, the restriction site which is present in the LAGZ gene. ठीक है, E. coli 1 डाला, and of course the foreign DNA which you want to attach, foreign DNA and DNA ligase. Similarly that we have done earlier. Okay, ये चीजें हमने किया. After that what happens? देखो, the three conditions that you know. 1, 2, 3. These are your hosts. ठीक है, these are your hosts. There could be one condition that none of them has entered. The second condition that only PUC18 has entered. Only PUC18. The third one is, what could be the third scenario? PUC18 with the required piece of or the foreign piece of DNA. This could be the three possibilities, right? Yes or no? These could be three possibilities. बोलो, these could be three possibilities. समझ में आया ये? सबको ये समझ में आया? Have you understood this? ठीक है ना? These could be three possibilities. Now you see what happened. You do the plating. ठीक है, आप plating करो. In that you add X-gal. ठीक है, अभी मैंने समझाया था. You add X-gal. ठीक है, X-gal is usually colorless. ठीक है, X-gal is usually colorless. ठीक है, in bacterias. ठीक है, in bacterias, if this will be there, it will produce beta galactosidase. ठीक है, it will produce beta galactosidase. Why? Because here LAGZ gene is activated. Gene is working. It will produce beta galactosidase. It will produce beta galactosidase. It will not produce beta galactosidase, है ना? It will not produce beta galactosidase. ये beta galactosidase नहीं produce करेगा. Why? Because LAGZ is inactivated. LAGZ is inactivated. Right? Have you understood this? This can produce beta galactosidase. This will not produce beta galactosidase. Why? Because LAGZ gene is inactivated. Right? Correct. ये समझ में आया? The second one can produce beta galactosidase. Third one cannot produce beta galactosidase. See, if it is producing beta galactosidase, it will convert XGAL into products and it gives you blue color. Okay? So whatever colony is of blue color, that means it is non-recombinant transformant. Okay? Whichever bacteria gives you blue color, that means it is non-recombinant transformant. Okay? Now see the last one. Here there will be no beta galactosidase. So it remain colorless, है ना? It remain colorless because XGAL will not be converted into product. It will be colorless. So whatever is colorless, it is recombinant transformant. So you can differentiate by seeing the color whether it is recombinant transformant or it is non-recombinant transformant. ये समझ? Have you understood this? Please say it. Try to understand. If you have any doubts in this, ask me. Here we will do the plating only once. Okay, you do not need to do the plating twice. Others also. Have you understood this? This is important. Many questions could come from these two topics, the first one and the second one. No doubt. All right. Others? Please see to it. Let me know if you have not noted down anything. This is important, that how do we do the selection? You see in the second one, LAGZ gene is activated. So it can convert XGAL into product. So it will give you blue color. If blue color colonies are there, then that means it is non-recombinant. If it is colorless, no blue color colonies, then it is recombinant transformants. Okay? So here your required organism is not being dead. You do not need to do the plating twice. You can just see the color and you know whether it is your recombinant transformant or it is non-recombinant transformant. बताओ ये समझ में आया? Have you understood this one, the chromogenic substrate wala, and the other one which is ampicillin and tetrasilin resistance? Now is it clear? See the other slide also if you want to see, showing you from the first one. So basically here we are done with the vector. Okay, that how do you decide what type of vector do we need? What all properties should be there in the vector? Presence of ORI site, selectable markers, and your recognition site. How do you use the selectable markers? How do you select the transformants and non-transformants? Okay. And so, and why vector is required? Because the vector will attach to required piece of DNA and then it will transfer into the host. तब वो host में transfer करेगा, है ना? So this is how do you select the vector. Now we will see the steps that are included. What are the steps that you perform while making a transformant host? ठीक है, first you do the isolation of DNA and you cut the DNA, you amplify the DNA, attach it with the cloning vector, then transfer it into the host. All of these steps we need to see, but before that the important thing that you need to know is about the vector जो भी हमने cover किया है. ठीक है, so this is the first part, origin of replication होना है. Then you have a selectable markers. It could be antibiotic resistant gene like ampicillin, tetrasilin. Second one you have seen already. Then you have this one, cloning site. There should be one cloning site, otherwise you will have many fragments. Or it should be present in selectable markers, example plasmid, bacteriophage, BAC, YACs, TI plasmid, PBR, P18. Okay, and this is your PBR 322. Okay, and P means plasmid. BR is a scientist who has discovered it, Bolvia Rodriguez. It is artificially created. and then the total 8 restriction sites are there, but you want restriction sites which are present inside the selectable markers. So those are PVU1, PST1 present in ampicillin resistance, and BAM1, SAL1 present in tetracycline resistance, and you have one ORI, and the other restriction site is PVU2 which is present in ROP region. ठीक है, so ये हमने देख लिया, this is important. ठीक है, PBR322 is important and you need to know where all the restriction sites are present. ठीक है, they could ask you questions on that. They could also ask you to draw this plasmid. Have you understood this plasmid? ये plasmid समझ में आया? Have you understood this plasmid? Yes, ठीक है. And after this, what do we have? So the selection of recombinants, how do you do that? First, we have understood what is insertional inactivation. That means at whatever region you add the foreign piece of DNA, that region will become inactivated. If you are adding something over tetracycline resistance region, the tetracycline resistance will get inactivated. If you are adding something over ampicillin resistance region, ampicillin resistance will get inactivated. This is insertional division, inactivation, and that is what you use during the selection of recombinants. Here I have shown you that how do you make the recombinant DNA and how you inactivate the tetracycline resistance. Here we are inactivating the tetracycline resistance. You can also inactivate the ampicillin resistance. Okay, then you put them onto the E. coli, which is your host. Okay, आपने E. coli में डाला, that is your host. After that, you got 3 possibilities: first, second, third. One is non-transformant, other 2 are transformants. Then there is selection. For selection, first use ampicillin, so that only 2 are left. First will be dead. Then from these 2 you will do another plating, that is of tetracycline, to separate these 2. Okay, but this is a difficult process. Here also the organisms are being dead because वो select नहीं हो पाएंगे. So that is why we have another thing, that is chromogenic substrate. It only gives you different color. If it's giving you colorless colonies, that means it is a recombinant transformant. If it is giving you blue color colony, that means it is non-recombinant transformant. I hope everybody is clear with all this. Okay, I hope you have understood. If you have any doubts, write in the chat box. Otherwise, we are done with today's class. है ना? From next class, we will do the further processes. Okay, I hope you people want me to take this chapter only. If you have any special request, if you want me to take any